Sport jokes. Peter goes golfing every Saturday. One Saturday, he comes home tired and 5 hours late. His wife asks him, "What took you so long?" Peter says, "That was the worst game of golf I've ever had. We got up to the first tee, and Harry hit a hole-in-one and immediately dropped dead of a heart attack." Peter's wife says, "OMG. That's terrible." Peter says, "I know." Then, for the rest of the game, it was hit the ball, drag Harry, hit the ball, drag Harry, hit the ball, drag Harry. Sport jokes. A first-grade teacher explains to her class that she is a Colorado Avalanche fan. She asks her students to raise their hands if they are Avalanche fans too. Not really knowing what an Avalanche fan is, but wanting to be liked by their teacher, their hands fly into the air. There is, however, one exception. A little girl has not gone along with the crowd. The teacher asks her why she has decided to be different. "Because I'm not an Avalanche fan," she retorts. Then, asks her teacher, "What are you?" "I'm a proud Detroit Red Wings fan," boasts the little girl. The teacher is a little perturbed now, her face slightly red. She asks the little girl why she is a Wings fan. "Well, my dad and mom are Wings fans, so I'm a Wings fan too," she responds. The teacher is now angry. "Theta Euro trademark s no reason," she says loudly. "What if your mom was a moron and your dad was an idiot? What would you be then?" "Oh," says the little girl. "Well, then I'd be an Avalanche fan." Marriage jokes. A guy sits down at the bar and orders drink after drink rapidly. €1 is everything okay, pal? €1, the bartender asks. €1 my wife and I got into a fight. And she said she isn't a Euro trademark tea talking to me for a month. €1. Trying to put a positive spin on things, the bartender says, €1 well, maybe that a Euro trademark s kind of a good thing. You know, a little peace and quiet. €1 yeah. But today is the last day. €1. Alcohol jokes. This guy walks into a bar with this really great shirt on. The bartender goes, "Where'd you get the great shirt, mate?" The man replies, "David Jones." This second guy walks into the bar with really good pants on and the bartender goes, "Where'd you get the great pants, mate?" The man replies, "David Jones." This third guy walks into the bar with really great shoes and sock on. The bartender goes, "Where'd you get the great shoes and socks, mate?" The man replies, "David Jones." Then this fourth guy runs in naked and the bartender goes, "Look who the hell are you, mate?" And the naked guy says, "I'm David Jones." Chuck Norris jokes. When Chuck Norris enters a room, he doesn't turn the lights on, he turns the dark off. Marriage jokes. 3 guys talk in a bar. 2 discuss how they are king in their castles and how much their wives respect them. The third guy remains quiet. Finally, one guy turns to the quiet guy and asks, "What about you? Do you rule your roost?" The quiet guy says, "Well, just the other night, my wife came to me on her hands and knees." "What happened then?" they ask. "She said, 'Get out from under the bed and fight like a man.'" IT jokes. One day Bill complained to his friend that his elbow really hurt. His friend suggested that he go to a computer at the drugstore that can diagnose anything quicker and cheaper than a doctor. Simply put in a sample of your urine and the computer will diagnose your problem and tell you what you can do about it. It only costs $10. Bill figured he had nothing to lose, so he filled a jar with a urine sample and went to the drugstore. Finding the computer, he poured in the sample and deposited the $10. The computer started making some noise and various lights started flashing. After a brief pause, out popped a small slip of paper on which was printed, "You have tennis elbow. Soak your arm in warm water. Avoid heavy lifting. It will be better in 2 weeks." Later that evening, while thinking how amazing this new technology was and how it would change medical science forever, he began to wonder if this machine could be fooled. He mixed together some tap water, a stool sample from his dog and urine samples from his wife and daughter. To top it off, he masturbated into the concoction. He went back to the drug store, located the machine, poured in the sample and deposited the $10. The computer again made the usual noise and printed out the following message: "Your tap water is too hard. Get a water softener. Your dog has worms. Get him vitamins. Your daughter is using cocaine. Put her in a rehabilitation clinic. Your wife is pregnant with twin girls. They aren't yours. Get a lawyer. And if you don't stop jerking off, your tennis elbow will never get better." Lawyer jokes. 2 lawyers are in a bank, when, suddenly, armed robbers burst in, waving guns and yelling for everyone to freeze. While several of the robbers take the money from the tellers, others line the customers, including the lawyers, up against a wall, and proceed to take their wallets, watches, and other valuables. While this is going on, one of the lawyers jams something into the other lawyer's hand. Without looking down, the second lawyer whispers, "What is this?" The first lawyer replies, "It's the $100 I owe you." Disgusting jokes. What's black, smells and has 17 tits? The bin bags outside the breast cancer ward. Jokes about women. A woman went to doctor's office. She was seen by one of the new doctors, but after about 4 minutes in the examination room, she burst out, screaming as she ran down the hall. An older doctor stopped and asked her what the problem was. And she explained. He had her sit down and relax in another room.